مرحبا بكم عاود تاني. Welcome to you guys. Thank you so much for being here. So today we're going to have our first lesson, and I want to hear what you guys want to learn, first of all, in English. Why are you guys learning English?
For me, I think I want to develop my level in English about a more conversation with other people in the world. Also, I search some opportunity in my domain. So I think we for me the English is a good language about all about any place in the world. So that's
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, I love it. English is great to talk with anyone around the world because it's become so universal.
yeah.
Yeah. And your English is already great. And hopefully we can improve and learn new things together. Okay. Zakaria?
Uh, the same thing with me. My field require more communication with other people in various domains. So to talk with them, I need more English,
Right.
fluent English. Not, I understand the English, but for me to speak with it, I need more time. I think I need some practice.
Yeah, that's great. That's exactly what we're here to do. Practice and learn. What are your guys' domains? What do you work in?
Well, for me, I have the stage of engineer in network and telecommunication field.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Cool. And you, Yusuf? What do you do? Or what field?
You hear me?
Yes, شوية.
Okay. So I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher of physical education and sport. So that's my job.
Okay, great. And you like to communicate with people online more, or?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, so I'm so excited to get started. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. I prepared a little, I have this website called Canva, and it's awesome. It's
For presentation.
yes, it's like you can do anything on here. It's pretty great. Okay, so yeah, we've gotten to know each other a little bit. I just want to let you guys know that this course is here to help you guys, and it's going to be dynamic. Like, we can change it as it goes. I want to help you guys learn what you want to learn and improve in the ways you want to improve. And by the end of the course, which should be 8 to 10 weeks, you guys will be speaking at a higher level than you were before. Improved grammar or pronunciation or anything you want. I was telling Yusuf, I studied in Morocco the past year, كنت في المغرب, and I learned دارجة شوية by talking with people and going to local university. I lived in Meknes, and it was amazing. And I miss Morocco, and I'll be back soon at some point. And I want to do a free English class because I have time and I want to teach people and help people. And that's it. So we talked about why do you want to learn English, and a bit about how have you studied English previously. Do you learn through like YouTube or courses? Yusuf, you said courses before. Zakaria, how do you learn English?
Well, for me, it's just from school, I think, and just watching films and series. That's it.
Okay.
For the courses in school, it's like you have to, like I said, not to learn to have the
Memorize. Yes.
memorize
Yes.
the present simple. What's the present simple? What's the that's it, but not for talking with people.
I know what you mean. Yeah. That's a problem everywhere. Just memorizing instead of knowing, you know.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay. So Felici, like in high school, you studied it?
Yeah.
Or okay. So yeah. Do you guys have any questions again before we move on? No? Okay. So here are some, we're going to start with some colloquial phrases. وش عرفتوا colloquial? You know, colloquial? Yeah.
No.
Colloquial means spoken, or like lehja. It's a term that means it's these are spoken phrases or spoken words. Okay. So do you guys recognize any of these? Let's go. Let's get started. Let's get this party started. Any of them?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which one?
3 of them.
Which, yeah? This one?
So let's go. Let's get started. Let's get this party started.
Good. Can you explain what let's get this party started means?
It means like, for example, when I play with my friends in gaming, or this time we say, let's get this party started.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like for friends and informal contexts. Let's go. Let's get it started. Let's get this party started. Yusuf, do you know any of these?
Yeah. Let's get started.
Yeah.
Or let's get this part started.
Good. One more time. Let's get this party started.
Let's get this party started.
Great.
For example,
Perfect.
I think when
Hello?
Gigi. I think I have a bad connection. I will back right now.
Okay. Take your time. So when you're gaming, What do you play?
Yeah. I play FC more. FC is FIFA. You know, it's like soccer. You call it soccer.
Mm-hmm. Yep, soccer.
And also the games of League of Legends.
Nice. Good. We can work on slang language to be used in gaming too. Hi, Yusuf.
Hi.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
It looks good now. Okay.
Yes.
Say it one more time. Let's get this party started. Can you say it one more time?
For me, teacher?
Mhm. Can you hear me?
Hello? It's for me?
Yes.
Let's get this party started.
Great. Perfect. Good pronunciation. Okay. So the rest of these are the same meaning. They're different ways of saying, let's get started. Okay. So they all refer to something getting started or us starting something. So let's get the ball rolling is like the motion of the ball rolling. So it means the same thing. Let's get the ball rolling. We say this more if we're starting a project or we're trying to make sure something gets started. The party one is just like fun. The ball rolling comes sometimes in a work context, like we have to get started. Like time is we say time is of the essence. This means time is short or there's not much time. So we'd better get the ball rolling. Let's get this show on the road. This show normally is مسلسل or a series, right? But in the olden days, in شحال هادي, there used to be traveling shows, they called them. So shows like a zoo or a theater show, and they would travel from place to place in the olden days. So that's what this phrase means. Let's get this show on the road means let's get moving. Let's start. And same thing here. To get down to business is like we're getting started. Like we're getting down to business. We are making things happen. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Any questions?
Which
Yes.
is the three of them equals to let's get started.
All of these are like let's get started. And let's go is just like yalla. But like all it's like yalla is in all of these. It's different fun ways to say the same thing. Yeah.
Gigi,
Yes?
what about time is of the essence?
Yes. This one I added here because this phrase is to do with time is there's little time. There's not a lot of time. So we have to start. It's like that. And time is of the essence is like there's not a lot of time. This is just another phrase that means there's not a lot of time.
Okay.
Good?
Good.
Okay, so let's move on. Here's a thing I've seen students struggle with before. Do you guys know the difference between may versus might? These two words? Any ideas?
I think may or might for possibility.
Yes.
Might, it's less possible, I think.
Good. Yeah, you're right. Pretty good. Yusuf, do you have anything to add?
I think I agree with Zakaria. May it's for possibility,
Good. Yeah,
but
they're both. Uh-huh.
but mate, it's for me. I don't an idea.
That's okay. Yeah, it is. So, okay. Oops. So, may is more certain than might, right? So, when we're talking about something that is possible, and we use may rather than might, may is like she probably will, or like it implies. You guys know implies. هذه الكلمة.
Implies.
Implies. What does this one mean? Implies.
No.
Can you say it
With
context?
with context?
Clue?
Yeah. Hey, so he's implying that he doesn't want to go. He didn't say it. He implied it.
Think of it. Just think of it.
Kind of. But it involves communication as well.
Oh.
So here, let me explain. When I am feeling uncomfortable, like I don't want to do something, and I cross my arms and I put a facial expression like that, I'm implying that I don't want to do it. And you can also imply a good thing, like or anything.
Like you want something. Just
like what?
like
Sorry?
when someone eating something and you want it.
Yeah.
you want him to
Yeah.
a little.
Yeah. Like في المغرب يعني. For example,
in Morocco.
like if you're eating food and someone's looking and there's a little boy who wants to share with you, or a cat, even like a cat who's begging and looking at you, the cat's implying that it wants some food, you know. The little boy is implying like share with me. So it's about how you act or something you can say. So like his words implied something, but his actions said otherwise. And so implied Anyway, what you need to know is implied means it's saying something without words, okay? It's implied saying something without words. So, yeah, does that make sense? Any questions? So, in this example, I said implies because it's like expresses or يعبر على. It's like to imply is to say something with like some subtlety. It's like being there's it's a fine difference if they're what it really means. So in this context, may, she said she may stop by later. This implies she probably will. She is probably going to stop by the house or something. So it expresses a high level of certainty, meaning a probability, إمكانية. She will probably do this thing. On the other hand, might expresses a low level of certainty. She said she might stop by. If someone says she might stop by, that could mean she will or she won't. It's not really certain. But may implies, it says she will stop by. She may stop by. She's going to stop by. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yusuf?
Teacher?
Make sense? Any questions?
No, I understand.
Okay, good. And then lastly, we also say may to express a formal request, a question or a request in a polite way. May I use the bathroom? May I go to the bathroom? May I have some of that? May I ask a question? We could say, might I use the restroom? But we use may more often. And might is used more often to describe a hypothetical, something that might happen. You might have passed the exam if you had studied harder. You might have traveled if you had had the time. So this is the different context for might. You might have passed the exam. Okay. Any questions? Yes?
It's I have a relation between may and I say a lot of time maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Is this may is about it's of maybe?
Good question. Great question. Maybe is like, it can fit any of these in a way. Like, maybe she'll stop by later. Could say, maybe. She said maybe she'll stop by. But this is more proper, sort of, grammatically, according to grammar. She may stop by. We don't say she may be stop by. We'll say she maybe will stop by. But in this sentence, it means she may stop by. So maybe is different because we use it differently. Like when I ask you a question and you don't know the answer, you'd say maybe, I don't know. But you wouldn't say may, and you wouldn't say might. You could say it might be. You could say maybe, but you wouldn't say may, and you wouldn't say might. Do you see?
If I'm sure, I will say may.
If you're sure, you would say, it depends what you're saying. It depends what you're talking about. But maybe means mumkin, right? It can be like used in so many ways. But may and might are specific to specific contexts. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah? We can talk about it more later, okay?
Okay.
So, for the rest of the time, or most of the rest of the time, I want to do read an article together, or a little reading, okay? So I'm going to send you guys this article in the chat. Tell me if you can download it. And if not, I can share it. I have it on the screen. But in case you guys want to see it. Yes, the Apollo. Okay. I'm going to share it on the screen here, but you can have the document that way.
Yeah, I have it.
Okay. Do you get it, Yusuf?
Yes.
Okay, great. So we're going to take turns reading paragraphs from this, okay? Sound
Okay.
good? Yeah? Do you guys know about Apollo 13? Anything?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
What do you know about it?
So I was watching a movie about a great experience about the humanity.
Good. It's about astronauts?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you like the film?
Yes, it's a great movie.
Good. Great. Zakaria, do you know anything about this?
Just a mission of searching or visiting the moon.
Good.
That's one.
Good. Great. Okay. So we're going to read about it and what made this mission so special. Okay. Zakaria, can you start the first, this paragraph?
Okay. The mission of NASA Apollo 13 was to reach the moon. The mission failed, but it taught NASA and the world important lessons about teamwork and never giving up.
Good.
On April 11, 1917, Apollo 13 blasts off from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, USA. There were 3 crew on board: James Lovell, Fred Haise, and John Swigert. Lovell had already been to the moon. He was the most experienced of all the crew.
Good. Great. Okay, and Yusuf, can you read these two parts?
Yes, there was bad luck from the beginning. One of the original pilots was replaced only to die before blast off. This was because he had been exposed to virus. NASA couldn't risk any of the crew getting in space. The Apollo 13 was made up of two different spacecraft, the Odyssey and the Aquarius. They were connected by a tunnel. Odyssey was the main spacecraft and where the crew lived. The Aquarius was most small. It was for landing on the moon. Apollo 13 mission was to investigate the surface of the moon by taking a photograph and getting sample of the moon's surface. The crew were also going to film video for television. Everything went well at first.
Good. Zakaria?
An explosion. In the evening of 13 April, disaster struck. An explosion rocked the spacecraft. Swickert reported the explosion to mission control in Houston, exclaiming, "Houston, we've had a problem here." An oxygen tank had exploded and caused serious damage. From the window, the astronauts could see gas escaping into the atmosphere. This gas was oxygen. Apollo 13 was in great danger. The crew were stranded in space with a damaged spacecraft.
Good. Okay. One more page. Okay. Until
It
here?
will take a huge amount of teamwork and bravery to get the crew safely home. The crew moved into the smaller Aquarius and became their lifeboat. Odyssey was shut down to try and save as much power as possible for the journey home to Earth.
Good. Yusuf?
Life on board. Life in space was very difficult for the crew. All power was turned off, except for the essential system. This made the spacecraft extremely cold. Water and food were rationed. The crew were cramped and couldn't sleep. The crew felt anxious, but they were supported by mission control, who were working hard to rescue them. They had to work as a team despite the distance between them. To get back to Earth, the crew had to return to Odyssey. They hoped there was enough power left to get them home. Returning home on 15 April.
Zakaria will finish with this one.
Returning home On 17 April, the Apollo 13 crew splashed into the Pacific Ocean. Millions of people watched on television as they landed. The whole world celebrated the crew's safe return. Apollo 13 started off as a successful failure for NASA. All thought the mission failed to reach the moon. The crew returned home safely. Apollo 13 showed the crew that by working together, even when miles apart, any problem can be solved.
Good job, you guys. Very well done. Bravo عليكم. Okay. So, any questions, first off, from you guys about the reading? Any words or anything you guys want to ask about?
Teacher,
Yes.
what do you think about people who say that the mission about Apollo is just false? It's not a true story.
I've never heard someone say this one is a false story. I've heard people say the moon landing is false. This one, we see, never got to the moon. فهمتي?
Yes.
Like, yeah. I think the moon landing happened. I don't have reason to believe otherwise. And this one, I think happened too. I don't know, but I wasn't there. But I think it happened. Okay. What about why do you ask?
It's just a question. I want to know the opinion of American who heard this information.
I've heard people doubt the moon landing a lot. I've never had reason to doubt it. And I think I'd like to believe that it happened because, yeah. Okay, back to grammar and stuff. What do you guys think? Are there any words that you don't know that we read?
There's some words.
Yeah? Can you say where they are?
The final part, returning home. The third
Returning home.
all thought the mission failed.
Although, okay,
Yeah.
this one. Yes.
Yeah.
So this one puts, you know, the word though. Though is like, sometimes we say even though. Even though. This one is like واخدكشي, even though. And although is just like that. Okay?
Same.
Yeah. These words are so confusing in English with the pronunciation,
Yeah.
because there's like through, there's through is different pronunciation than though. And what else? Rough. I've seen this online before because it shows how silly English is sometimes. These words have 3 different sounds to it, right? Through is like عبر. Though is like حسنا or واخا دكشي. And rough is like قاسي. I'm not actually sure of the Darija word, but like rough, right? Yeah. Through, though, and rough. These are three different pronunciations with the same ending. Questions. I'd like you guys to pronounce them, these ones. You
So,
first, Yusuf.
We have throat,
Through,
and thought. And
though. Good, close.
Can you repeat it?
Yes, of course. Okay, here, through. هل يعني it's the same pronunciation, نفس النطق ديال هادي. Through.
You
throw.
do something.
رميت.
Do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I threw the ball. لكك. But through, spelled like this, is عبر, like through something. Through. فالنطق صعيب. th هل the letter الحرف ث ث ث. ث.
Yes.
Yeah. Through. Through. Heady. And this one, it looks like thought, but it's not. A thought is fikra. This one is though. Okay? It's like this one over here. Although. It's like برغم. برغم.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though.
Though.
It's though.
Good. Yeah. Though.
Though.
Yeah. So although. كلهم بهال. Although. And rough. Like شي حاجة قاسية.
It's like a roof.
Roof, but the vowel, like the sound in the middle, is like ماشي So roof has two O's, and rough has this. Rough, there's tough, like strong. He's tough. And rough, tough. A dog, الكلب يقول rough. That's how we spell it. And it sounds like that, rough. It's the same pronunciation. النطق بهالها. Okay? One more time. Through. Through.
True.
Through, good. Though.
Though.
And rough.
Rough.
Good, perfect. Me. Okay, Zakaria? Ready?
Through.
Uh-huh.
And though,
Good.
and rough.
Perfect. Great. 100%. Okay. So does this make sense now? Although the mission failed to reach the moon, Wakadekshi, the crew returned home safely. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, great. Any other words, like specific words? I heard, Yusuf, when you pronounced this one, do you know what this means?
Where is it?
This one? You see it?
Spell anxious.
No.
Yeah.
It's my first contact with this word.
That's okay. That's great. Yeah, Zakaria said it. Good. Anxious. Anxious. Yeah. This X is so tricky. Like, it's sh in this case. Anxious. Sh. Anxious. It means mutwatir. Like, or like nervous. Nervous. You know, nervous.
It's like stressed.
Yes, just like stressed, nervous, afraid. But anxious is specific to like, actually, I mean, it means the same thing. To be afraid is to be anxious. Yeah, great. Okay. Now, one thing I heard both of you say. So when there is a word, a verb with ed on the end, sometimes in English we pronounce it ed. Sometimes we say id, and sometimes we just say d. So في هذه الكلمة it's replaced, not replaced.
Yeah.
It's replaced, right? And it happened exposed, not exposed. Exposed. And where else? Not splashed. 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 Right?
Okay.
Yeah? So I'm gonna give you guys a word and I want you guys to try. Okay. And here's the tricky part. Sometimes we say it, sometimes we don't. It just special. Okay. So how would I say this one?
Hoped.
Hoped. Good. Good. Hoped. What else? This one.
Worried.
Good. Perfect.
Broad.
Borrowed. Good. What else?
Marked.
Marked. Yes. Sometimes they say marked if it's like a descriptor, like there was a marked change in her appearance. There was a marked change. And we pronounce it like marked, but that's when it's an adjective. but mostly if it's when it's the verb الفعل, he marked the spot. It's just the D. It's marked the spot. Okay? Any questions?
No.
No? Yusuf?
No.
No? Okay. Great. Okay. So for the rest of the time, which is a minute, what do you guys think about this question? Does anyone want to read it aloud?
Me?
Go ahead.
People have many different qualities. For example, they might be tall, short, serious, or cowardly. Cowardly. What qualities do you think the astronaut need to help them through
Great.
the scary situation on board the Apollo 13? Explain why the qualities you have chosen would have been helpful.
To السؤال.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want you guys to think of a few qualities, meaning like characteristics, traits, like tall or short or serious or cowardly. Cowardly means خجول, or no. It means ما عرفت بالعربية. But like a coward is someone who is afraid, who doesn't want to do anything. It's the opposite of brave.
It's we can say a coward person. It's like
Yes.
Jaban in Arabic.
What is it?
Jaban.
Jaban. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Brave is the opposite of cowardly. Yeah. Okay. So what do you guys think? I want you to prepare an answer and tell us. What qualities did these astronauts have or need to survive that situation where they were trapped in outer space? Yusuf?
You want? So for me, in this situation, I think the important quality, the pilot of Apollo need is to be flexible
Okay.
with any situation, any change. It's the important quality that I think.
Good. Great. And being flexible will help you respond to the challenges, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Good. Zakaria?
I think the main quality is it's non-stressful person.
Not stressful?
Not stressful, because
Good.
when the oxygen got exploded, you
Yeah,
have to be non-stressful person to
indeed.
deal
So
with this.
we could say a calm person,
Only.
or can say level-headed. This means when you're in a stressful situation, there's a lot of pressures or something bad happening. If you're level-headed, it means you're level, like you're okay. You're able to be calm and cool. Yeah, not stressed. Yeah, we would say like in control. all these things. Okay, great, excellent. You guys did a great job.
Also,
Yeah.
Also, we can say cold feeling.
Yes, cold, except in this context, we wouldn't say cold because this is about being calm, but cold can mean unkind, like you're not nice. He treated me coldly. It's like he didn't talk to me, or he gave me a nasty look, like that. Or yeah, cool is different from cold. They can be similar. He gave me a cool expression like this. And cold is just worse. It's just even more unkind. Does that make sense?
Not interested.
Kind of, yeah. Cold is uninterested as well. Uninterested. Can say passive. Passive means if you're active, you're paying attention or you care. يعني تهتم بشنو, like with what's happening. But passive is you don't care. Yeah, uninterested.
You don't care.
Yeah, pretty much. Good. Okay. Any questions now about the reading, about anything, any English questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you think is the pronunciation is important for to develop your level?
That's a great question. I think pronunciation is it's secondary. It's like not as important as grammar and just being able to speak and understand. Because you can have bad pronunciation, and if people understand you, then it's fine. I will help you with pronunciation if you want, and the problem is like pronunciation and language, like to a certain degree, like on a certain level, you have to have both, because if you can't be understood, then you're not speaking the language, right? Like there's a certain level. But I also think it's silly to like, it's pronunciation, that it doesn't matter as much as some people might think. I think it's important that you're understood and you understand others. وصافي. Like just speaking to express yourself. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you think it's important to improve your level?
I think for me, I listen some English of Indian people. You know the pronunciation of Indian person.
Of English?
Yes.
Like اللهجة ديالهم?
Yes. اللهجة كتأثر على the pronunciation of English.
Sure, yeah.
But when you listening to someone Indian, you understand what they say.
Agreed. Yeah.
But the pronunciation is ingredient. You know, you know
Ingredient.
tagine.
طاجين? Yeah, I do.
If you
قاعدين نصاوب طاجين اليوم.
yeah, inshallah. when you want to make طيب الطاجين, it's the important is to الخضراء.
Yeah.
But if you want to make this this tagine sense, you should add some ingredient.
Agreed. I get what you're
But-
saying.
A
But
great
if-
example.
But if you want to save your life and be continue with our with in your life, you should just eat. But if you want to enjoy, you should add some ingredient.
That's a fantastic metaphor. I think, and my best friend is Indian. She's from India, Hind, and she has an accent, and it's adorable, and I love it. And I think accents are a part of what make language special, you know, like, and pronunciation is in that, you know, it's all mixed in, like you said, different ingredients. But I think what's important is like Nia is like understanding and what are you really saying, and are people
Yeah.
accepting, and you know, they try to understand you. Yeah. Good question. Good discussion. Okay. So for next time, before next time, I want you guys to find some crazy word that you've never heard before and bring it to share it. And then also choose a Darija phrase, like عبارة ثقافية ولا شي حاجة, that you want to try to explain in English, okay? And try to share what it means. Okay?
Okay.
Good? You agree?
Okay.
Great. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Take care and send me an email if you need to reach me, and have a great week.
Thank you very much.
Good
You
night.
also.
You're welcome.
A
Let me
good-
stop the recording here.